The Galactic Council had watched Earth for hundreds of years. They saw humans slowly reach for the stars with their simple rockets and space stations. Commander Olivia Moore stood on the bridge of the UES Defiant. She felt proud of the ship Earth, called it their best warship. But compared to what existed in the wider galaxy, it was like a toy boat in an ocean of battleships. Olivia looked at the main screen. Her ship orbited Earth along with 20 other vessels. They formed what humans called the United Earth Defense Force. It was the best they could build after 50 years of working together. Olivia remembered when countries fought each other. Now they faced something much bigger. The alarm sounded across the bridge sensors. Officer Maya, Bell spoke with fear in her voice. Commander, we have multiple objects entering the solar system past Pluto. They are moving fast, very fast. Olivia stood straighter. Show me. The screen changed to show dots of light moving toward Earth. They moved in, a perfect pattern like dancers who had practiced for years. Earthships could never move like that. Send the first contact message on all channels, Olivia ordered. It was the message they had prepared for this day. We mean you no harm. We welcome peaceful. Contact for hours, there was no answer. The alien ships moved closer. They passed Neptune, then Uranus. Their formation never changed. Finally, the communication system buzzed. The aliens are responding. Maya said. The screen showed a creature Olivia had never seen before. It had 4 eyes and skin that looked like metal. Its mouth moved in ways that seemed impossible. I am High Admiral Zix Vorn of the Zendari Empire, the creature said in perfect English. We have studied your broadcasts for decades. We know your languages, your cultures, your weaknesses. Olivia felt cold inside but kept her face calm. I am Commander Olivia Moore of the United Earth Defense Force. We welcome you to our solar system and hope for peaceful relations. Zix Vorn made a sound like metal scraping metal. It took Olivia a moment to realize it was laughter. The alien spoke again. Your species has barely left its cradle. Your vessels are powered by chemical combustion and basic fusion. We have watched civilizations like yours rise and fall 1,000 times. The alien transmission suddenly broadcast to every screen on Earth. Every human could see and hear. The Zendari mocking them. Kate Daniels, the human ambassador, stepped forward on Earth. She was being recorded too. The galaxy watched as she tried to speak calmly. We may be young, but we seek friendship and knowledge. We offer trade and cultural exchange. Zix Vorn laughed again. This time, other aliens joined in. The camera showed dozens of them watching Earth like it was entertainment. The Zendari commander spoke to someone off-screen. Send this to the Galactic Comedy Channel. It will be the most popular show this cycle. Olivia clenched her fists. The bridge crew looked at her with anger and shame on their faces. Later that day, Earth leaders called an emergency meeting. The Zendari fleet had reached Mars orbit. They moved toward Earth at a steady pace. Olivia received orders to hold position and wait for diplomatic solutions. But something bothered her about how the aliens positioned their ships. She studied their formation for hours. Something clicked in her mind. Carol, show me the Zendari fleet movement again, she said to her tactical officer. The screen displayed the alien ships. They moved slowly, but Olivia saw what troubled her. They were spreading out to surround Earth. Just like hunters surrounding prey, they are positioning for attack. Not diplomacy, she said quietly. That night in her private quarters, Olivia opened a classified file. It was called Project Sunspear Only. 5 people on Earth knew it existed. The file showed images of a strange device. It looked like nothing humans had built. The notes mentioned her childhood friend, Dr. Samantha Wells. Samantha had led the project until 3 months ago. Then she vanished. The last entry said breakthrough achieved, followed by all files deleted on command-level override. Olivia stared at the ceiling of her quarters. Why would Samantha disappear right after a breakthrough? And why would someone delete the files message? Alert blinked on her screen. It was from Admiral Linda Carter, the head of Earth Defense. Admiral Carter looked tired in the video. Her eyes showed she had not slept. The aliens have issued demands, she said. They want our resources. our water, our metals, our land. They say we can live as their servants or die. They give us 2 days to decide. Olivia thought about the Sunspear file. What was that device? What breakthrough did Samantha find? Could it help them now? She made a decision. She would not wait for diplomacy or surrender. She opened a secure channel to her most trusted officers. Find me everything about Project Sunspear, she ordered, and find me. Samantha Wells Maya spoke from the shadows of the room. Commander, that goes against our orders. We are supposed to wait. Olivia looked at the Zendari ships on her screen. They mocked humans. They laughed at Earth. They planned to take everything. Sometimes orders are wrong. She said, we will not wait to be slaves or to die. If Project Sunspear can help us, we need to know. The officers nodded. They understood what was at stake. As dawn approached, Olivia received a coded message. It came through old channels, not the main communication system. The message contained only numbers. When decoded, it showed coordinates. They pointed to Europa. A moon of Jupiter. There was one more line in the message. Come alone. Bring the Defiant. I need you. The message was signed with a simple S. Samantha was alive, and she was calling for help. Olivia faced the biggest choice of her life. Follow orders and wait for diplomacy that seemed doomed, or take her ship to Europa and find out what Samantha had discovered. The Zendari ships moved closer. Earth had less than 48 hours to decide its fate. Olivia made her choice. Set course for Europa, she ordered. Let them think we are running away. We will find Samantha, and we will find a way to fight back. The UES Defiant turned away from Earth and accelerated toward Jupiter. The Zendari did not follow. They were too busy laughing at the primitive humans to notice one small ship slipping away. The UES Defiant moved through space toward Jupiter. The ship engines pushed hard, leaving Earth behind. Olivia Moore watched from the bridge as the blue planet grew smaller on the screen. Her decision to leave might look like running away, but she knew better. She was running toward their only hope. Maya Bell monitored communications closely. They need to make Earth think they followed orders while also hiding from the Zendari. Any sign? They noticed us, Maya asked. No, Commander, we look like we are following evacuation protocols. Many ships are leaving Earth orbit. The Zendari seemed focused on the main fleet. Olivia nodded. Good. We need 12 hours to reach Europa. Time was running out. The aliens gave Earth 48 hours to surrender. That deadline now showed on every screen on the ship back on Earth. Panic spread through cities. People rushed to stockpile food and water. Some ran to the countryside. Others gathered in places of worship. The United Earth Council called an emergency. Meeting Director Patricia Klein of Earth Intelligence stood before world leaders. Her usual perfect appearance was gone, replaced by someone who had not slept in days. What I am about to tell you is classified beyond top secret, she began. Only 5 people knew until today. She pressed a button and the room darkened. Images appeared on the wall showing ice and snow. Scientists in cold weather gear stood around something buried in the ice. The location stamp said, Antarctica. 20 years ago, we discovered something beneath the ice. Patricia said it was not human technology. It was not Zendari either. It belonged to someone else, someone who came before. The room filled with whispers and gasps. We created Project Sunspear to study and reverse engineer this technology, Patricia continued. The device we found seemed to be a weapon of unbelievable power, but we could not make it work. The energy requirements were beyond our capabilities. Until now, another voice said. Everyone turned. A woman stepped from the shadows. Admiral Linda Carter recognized her. Dr. Kimberly Foster, Chief of Earth Science Division. I thought you were in Geneva. Dr. Foster looked grim. I was called back when the Zendari appeared. She faced the room. My team has worked with Project Sunspear since the beginning. 3 months ago, we had a breakthrough. Dr. Samantha Wells found a way to power the device. But before we could test it, someone sabotaged the lab. Dr. Wells disappeared with key components. Murmurs filled the Someone suggested betrayal, others feared the worst. We now believe Dr. Wells took the components to protect them. Admiral Carter said, she left a trail of breadcrumbs. One of our ships, the UES Defiant, has followed those clues to Europa. Meanwhile, the Defiant reached Jupiter. The massive gas giant pulled at the ship. Olivia ordered them to use its gravity to slingshot toward Europa. The small moon grew larger in their view screen. Europa was covered in ice. Its surface cracked like broken glass. Underneath, scientists believed an ocean existed. Where exactly are we going? Tactical Officer Carol Stone asked. Olivia showed the coordinates. Send no signals. Use passive scans only. We cannot risk the Zendari finding us. The ship descended toward the surface. The ice below them suddenly split open, revealing a hidden entrance. Someone expects us, Carol whispered. The Defiant slowly entered the opening. Metal doors closed behind them. The ship settled in a massive underground hangar. Water from the moon ocean surrounded them behind thick, clear walls. Armed guards approached as Olivia and her team disembarked. They wore no uniform or identification. The leader stepped forward. Commander Moore, Dr. Wells is waiting for you. Follow me. They walked through tunnels carved from ice and rock. The base was huge, but hardly anyone was there. It felt abandoned except for a few scientists working frantically on equipment. Finally, they reached a large chamber. In the center stood a device unlike anything Olivia had seen before. It looked like a metal sphere surrounded by rings that moved in impossible patterns. It glowed with soft blue light, and beside it stood Samantha Wells. Samantha. Olivia rushed forward and embraced her friend. I thought you were dead. Samantha looked exhausted. Dark circles under her eyes showed she had not slept in days. I had to disappear, she explained. Someone tried to sabotage the project. Someone wanted to give our technology to the Zendari. Olivia stepped back in shock. A traitor? Not exactly. Samantha led them closer to the device. This is not our technology, Olivia. This is from a civilization that fought the Zendari long ago and lost. We call them the Guardians. They left this behind. Maybe as a last hope. The device hummed and pulsed. The rings spun faster when they approached. What does it do? Olivia asked. It creates a controlled singularity, Samantha said. A miniature black hole that collapses immediately, but not before it tears apart anything nearby. The energy requirements are enormous. We could never power it properly, until now. Olivia guessed. Samantha nodded. 3 months ago, we discovered a new element in the ice of Europa. It reacts with the device. It can power one shot. One chance. One shot against 300 Zendari ships. Olivia felt her hope fade. Samantha smiled grimly. We only need to hit one ship, the right ship, their command vessel. It will create confusion long enough for Earth to strike back. How do we find the right ship? Carol asked. We need to get back to Earth first. Samantha said the device can be mounted on the Defiant. It will draw power from your engines plus the element we found. But we have to be precise. One shot is all we get. Olivia looked at the countdown. The Zendari deadline would expire in 18 hours. Then we better hurry, she said. Back on Earth, the Zendari commander opened communication channels again. Zix Vorn looked even more smug than before. Your time grows short. Humans, the alien said. We have analyzed your defenses. You're primitive. Weapons cannot harm us. Your ships are toys compared to ours. Accept your place as our servants. It is the natural order, world leaders argued. Some wanted to fight even if it meant destruction. Others prepared to surrender. Perhaps serving the Zendari would allow some humans to survive. Admiral Carter received a coded message from the Defiant. They were returning with something important. Hope flickered in her eyes for the first time in days. She addressed the council. We need 24 more hours of diplomacy, she said. We must stall the Zendari ambassador. Kate Daniels looked doubtful. They mock all our attempts at communication. They see us as entertainment. Not equals, find a way, Linda ordered. Just keep them talking. The Defiant raced back toward Earth. The precious device secured in its cargo hold, Samantha and her team worked around the clock to install it. The ship would need modifications to channel enough power on the bridge. Olivia received a message from Admiral Carter. The Zendari grew. Impatient Earth tried to buy time, but the alien sensed something was happening. "Commander, they know something is wrong." Maya reported. "They are scanning all ships leaving and entering the solar system. We need to hide." Olivia said, "Set course for the dark side of the moon. We will approach Earth from behind. They must not detect us." The Defiant changed course. The moon would shield them from Zendari sensors, but they needed to hurry in the cargo hold. Samantha connected the final wires. The device powered up for the first time on the ship. The lights dimmed as it drew energy. Samantha looked at her instruments and frowned. "The power converter is unstable," she said. "The connection keeps fluctuating. We might not be able to fire at all." Olivia joined, her friend looking at the ancient weapon. "We have to make it work," she said. "Earth is counting on us." Samantha wiped sweat from her forehead. "One shot is all we will get," she said. "And we have no way to know which ship to target." Olivia touched the device, feeling its power hum through her fingers. "Then we better not miss 12 hours remained until the Zendari deadline." The UES Defiant hid behind Earth's moon. The Zendari fleet filled space between Earth and Mars. 300 massive ships, some as large as small moons. They moved in perfect formation, showing their confidence and power. "No one runs from prey high," Admiral Zixvorn had said in his last message. Samantha worked on the Sunspear device in the main cargo hold. She connected it to the ship's power systems. The ancient technology looked strange next to human equipment, like putting a jet engine on a bicycle. "It keeps rejecting our power source," Samantha said. Her hands moved quickly, adjusting connections. "The interface is unstable." Olivia watched with growing worry. They had 8 hours before the Zendari deadline. Could they make it work in time? Carol entered the cargo bay. "Commander, we received a message from Admiral Carter. She wants us to join the defensive formation." Livia looked surprised. "They want us to show ourselves?" Carol nodded. "Earth Defense is gathering all ships. They want to make one last stand trap." Olivia guessed. "They want the Zendari to think we are preparing to fight. Then we can surprise them. Admiral Carter is smart," Samantha said. "But we still have 2 problems. First, we need stable power. Second, we need to find the right target." Olivia thought for a moment. "We can solve the power problem by connecting the device directly to our main reactor. It might burn out our systems, but if it works." "And the targeting?" Samantha asked. Olivia smiled. "I know someone who can help." The Defiant left its hiding place, moving slowly toward Earth. As they approached, they saw the human fleet forming a sphere around the planet. 27 ships was all humanity had left Earth, threw everything into this final defense. The Zendari fleet watched. The aliens transmitted messages to each other, not caring that humans could hear them. "Look at their formation, so primitive," one alien officer said. "Their ships use nuclear power." Another laughed. "Like children playing with fire. They have no gravitic shields." A third added, "One shot from our smallest cannon would destroy their largest vessel." High Admiral Zixvorn joined the conversation. "I will record their destruction for our history archives." A footnote about another failed species. The Defiant took position in the human formation. Admiral Carter contacted Olivia directly. "Do you have it?" she asked. "We have it," Olivia confirmed. "But we have targeting problems." Carter's face showed understanding. "I thought you might. I sent someone to help you." "She will arrive in 1 hour," who Olivia asked. "You will see." Carter ended the transmission. The human fleet continued its defensive maneuvers. Ships moved in patterns, trying to look organized and dangerous. It was all for show. A way to keep the Zendari watching, while hiding what was really happening. 1 hour later, a small shuttle docked with the Defiant. A woman stepped through the airlock. She wore simple clothes, not a uniform. Her red hair was cut short, and her green eyes scanned everything. Tanya Hart. Olivia recognized her Earth's best pilot until she was discharged for disobeying orders. "Admiral Carter says you need targeting help," Tanya said. "No, hello, no greeting." Just business. We need to find the Zendari command ship. Olivia explained. We have one. Shot to hit it. Tanya nodded. One shot for 300 targets, those are bad odds. She smiled. But I like bad odds. Olivia led Tanya to the bridge. Maya displayed the Zendari fleet on the main screen. The alien ships looked similar to human eyes. They were all huge and powerful. Which one was the command ship? Tanya stared at the screen. Her eyes moved rapidly, studying the formation. Without a word, she began adjusting the display, zooming in on specific ships, tracking their movements. Olivia watched. In silence, she knew Tanya's reputation. The woman had an uncanny ability to see patterns. Others thought she was just lucky. But Olivia believed Tanya had a gift. Tanya pointed at a ship near the back of the formation. That one, she said. Her finger touched. The screen on a vessel that looked no different than the others. How do you know? Carol asked. Look how they move, Tanya explained. The aliens think their formation is perfect, but it's not. It's designed to protect that ship. See how they always keep it. At the same relative distance, the others will take hits before they let anything near it. Maya enhanced the image. The ship had subtle differences, slight variations in its design. Samantha joined them on the bridge. Can you give me exact coordinates? She asked. Tanya nodded. I can do better. I can tell you where it will be. Her fingers flew across the console. The Zendari are predictable. They think we're too primitive to notice their patterns, but I can see it. All I need is their approach vector. When they attack, if they attack. Olivia said. When they attack, Tanya corrected. They didn't come here to talk. Olivia contacted Admiral Carter. They had 4 hours until the deadline. She explained their plan. Carter listened, then nodded. We will create an opening in our defenses, she said. Make them think they can reach Earth through a specific vector. Your calculations better be right. Olivia looked at Tanya. The pilot smiled confidently. They will be. Earth Defense Forces began repositioning ships. They created what looked like a mistake. A gap in their formation that left a clear path to Earth. It was bait and a trap. The Zendari noticed. Olivia could tell from their communications. They discussed the human error, mocking our tactical mistakes. They prepared to take advantage of the opening. Maya monitored Zendari communications. They are preparing to advance, she reported. They think we're making mistakes out of fear. Good, Olivia said. All ships prepare for combat. This is not a drill. The crew moved, with purpose. Everyone knew what was at stake. Their families, their home, their species, future. No one spoke of failure in the cargo hold. Samantha made final adjustments to the Sunspear device. The ancient weapon hummed with power. Lights flickered throughout the ship as it drew energy. Targeting data from Tanya fed into the system. Samantha checked the calculations again and again. One mistake would mean failure. 2 hours until the deadline. Olivia addressed the crew. Her voice calm, despite the pressure. The Zendari believe they know what we're capable of, she said. They judge us by our visible technology, our apparent limitations. Today, they learn what humans truly are. Not just what we can build, but what we're willing to risk. The crew stood straighter. Her words gave them strength. 1 hour until the deadline. The human fleet remained in position. The gap in their defenses clear and inviting. The Zendari fleet began to move. They accelerated toward Earth. Their weapons powered up. Olivia watched from the bridge. They take the bait. She thought. Maya looked up from her console. Commander, the Zendari are broadcasting to all Earth channels. The main screen showed High Admiral Zix Vorn. The alien looked smug. Your time has ended, the alien said. We offered you servitude. You answered with pathetic defiance. Now watch as we destroy your fleet, then your cities, then everything you love. The transmission ended. 30 minutes to deadline. The Zendari fleet accelerated. Their formation shifted to attack position. Tanya worked at her console, adjusting calculations as the aliens moved. The command ship stayed protected behind layers of other vessels. But the gap in human defenses tempted them. They would use that path. Get ready. Tanya said. They will commit to the attack vector in 15 minutes. Then I can finalize targeting. Livia contacted Admiral Carter. Earth Defense Forces need to hold position. No matter what happens, Carter nodded. We understand the plan. The human fleet will engage. The Zendari, as soon as they attack, we will target their escort ships. Clear a path for your shot. The Defiant moved to its firing position behind the moon. The Sunspear device powered up, drawing energy from the ship systems. Lights dimmed throughout the vessel. Warning alarms sounded as power levels reached critical. Engineering reports power fluctuations, Carol said. Systems overloading. Maintain position, Olivia ordered. Redirect all non-essential power to the device. 5 minutes to deadline. The Zendari fleet suddenly accelerated. They were done waiting. High Admiral Zixvorn ordered the attack. Earth Defense Forces responded. Missiles launched. Railguns fired. Energy weapons discharged. The space between Earth and the attacking fleet lit up. With explosions and energy beams, human ships were hit. Some exploded, others drifted damaged. The Zendari laughed at the primitive defense, but Admiral Carter executed her plan perfectly. The human fleet focused fire on specific Zendari vessels, creating a narrow corridor exactly where Tanya predicted. Olivia watched from the Defiant. The Zendari command ship moved into position, following the path. Earth forces created. Target locked. Tanya announced, her voice steady, despite the chaos. Weapons ready. Samantha reported from the cargo bay. The Sunspear is at full power. Olivia took a deep breath. Earth had one chance. One shot, one moment to change everything. Ahead of them, the Zendari command ship moved exactly where Tanya predicted. Its massive form, gliding gracefully through space, confident, protected, mockingly powerful. Now Olivia ordered fire. Samantha pressed the activation sequence for the Sunspear. The ancient device hummed as power surged through it. The Defiant shuddered. Warning lights flashed across every console, system strained beyond their limits. Fire, Olivia commanded again. Her voice steady despite the chaos around them. The Sunspear activated a pulse of energy, unlike anything humans had created before, shot from the Defiant. There was no beam, no explosion, no dramatic light show, just a perfect sphere of absolute darkness that appeared for a split second at the coordinates Tanya had identified. The crew watched the main screen, holding their breath. For a moment, nothing happened. The Zendari command ship continued its advance. The massive vessel moved forward, surrounded by its escort ships. Olivia's heart sank. Had they failed? Then it happened. The command ship stopped. Its smooth movement halted. The massive vessel seemed to shiver. Then the unthinkable, the great ship began to fold inward. Metal, energy, matter, all of it crushed as if by an invisible hand. The center of the vessel collapsed first, pulling everything toward it. The Zendari ship imploded, its massive form crushed into a tiny point of light. Then even that vanished. Only debris remained spinning outward, in a perfect spiral pattern. On the bridge of the Defiant, no one spoke. They stared at the screen in shock. What they had just witnessed defied understanding. Maya broke the silence. They stopped. She was right. The entire Zendari fleet froze. Not a single alien ship moved. For 7 long seconds, the battlefield was completely still. The silence on communication channels was deafening. No Zendari transmissions, no mocking laughter, no threats, just absolute silence. Then chaos erupted. The Zendari fleet broke formation. Ships moved in all directions. Some retreated immediately, jumping to faster than light travel. Others turned their weapons toward each other. Confusion reigned. They don't know who fired. Maya said they don't understand what happened. Communication. Channels filled with panicked Zendari voices, their perfect unified language now broken with fear and confusion. Olivia opened a channel to Admiral Carter. The shot was successful. The Zendari command ship is destroyed. Carter appeared on screen. Her face showed disbelief followed by fierce determination. All Earth vessels target secondary command ships, she ordered. Fire at will. The human fleet responded. Ships targeted the confused Zendari vessels. Earth weapons that had seemed useless before now found their targets. The alien shields were down, their coordination gone. their mockery silenced. The Defiant joined the attack. Olivia directed her weapons officers to target the closest Zendari ship. The vessel exploded under combined human. Fire on the Defiant. The celebration was cut short. The Sun Spear device overloaded. Sparks flew from control panels. Power systems failed throughout the ship. Engineering reports, critical damage. Carol shouted, multiple systems failing, power core unstable. Samantha worked frantically to disconnect the ancient device from the ship systems. I'm trying to contain the energy surge. She called over the communication system. But the interface is melting. Olivia made a quick decision. Eject the device, she ordered. Get it away from the ship. Samantha hesitated. The Sun Spear. We could study it no time. Olivia said. The ship comes first, eject. Now, Samantha nodded. She activated the emergency protocols. The cargo bay doors opened, the ancient device still glowing with power. Drifted away from the Defiant moments later. It exploded in a flash of blue light. The Defiant rocked from the blast. Damage reports came from all sections, but the ship held together. The crew worked quickly to restore critical systems. Meanwhile, the Zendari battle continued. The Zendari fleet in disarray fought among themselves or fled humanity. Pressed its advantage, Earth Defense Forces coordinated their attacks, taking down one alien ship after another. 3 hours later, it was over. The remaining Zendari vessels jumped to faster than light speed, retreating from the solar system. Earth had won. Against all odds, against an enemy that mocked them as primitive humans, had prevailed. The Defiant limped back to Earth orbit, its systems damaged but functioning. The crew exhausted but alive. Olivia watched her homeworld grow larger on the view screen. The beautiful blue planet still safe. Maya approached her commander. We are receiving a transmission. Not from Earth. Not from the Zendari. From who? Olivia asked. Maya looked confused. I don't know. The signal comes from beyond Neptune. Put it on screen, Olivia ordered. The screen flickered, then showed a being unlike the Zendari. This creature seemed almost human, but with slight differences. Its skin shimmered with a metallic glow. Its eyes, larger than human eyes, showed intelligence and curiosity. We have observed, came a melodic voice. The Guardian's weapon has found worthy inheritors. The test is passed. We will be watching Earth with great interest. The transmission ended as suddenly as it began. What test? Samantha asked, joining Olivia on the bridge. Who are the Guardians? Olivia had no answers, only more questions. Who had created the Sun Spear? What did they want with humanity? And what did passing their test mean? Earth celebrated its victory. Admiral Carter coordinated the recovery efforts. Ships returned to orbit. Crews reunited with families. The planet unified by the shared experience of facing extinction and surviving. 1 week after the battle, Olivia stood in a conference room at Earth Defense Headquarters, Samantha beside her. They waited for Director Patricia Klein to arrive. They had been summoned without explanation. The door opened. Patricia entered, followed by Admiral Carter and Dr. Foster. The three women carried tablets and serious expressions. Sit down, Patricia said. We need to talk about what happened and what happens next. Olivia and Samantha took seats. Patricia activated a screen on the wall. It showed images of the debris field where the Zendari command ship had been. We have analyzed the readings from the Sun Spear device, Patricia said. The technology is far beyond our understanding, but we have learned something interesting. The pulse it created left a signature in space, a signature that can be detected. What does that mean? Olivia asked. It means someone noticed, Admiral Carter said. The transmission you received was just the beginning. We have detected other signals coming from deep space. Some seem friendly, others do not. The test is passed. Samantha quoted from the mysterious transmission. Exactly. Patricia nodded. We think the Guardians, whoever they were, left the Sun Spear as a test, a way to identify species with potential. Those who could find it, understand it, and use it properly. Foster spoke up. The Zendari knew about the test. They have been eliminating potential competitors for centuries. Any civilization that showed promise they destroyed before they could find the weapon. So we were not their first targets. Olivia realized far from it, Admiral Carter said. But we were the first to fight back successfully, the first to pass the test. And now the galaxy knows, Patricia added. The transmission from the unknown aliens has spread. The Zendari defeat is being discussed across thousands of worlds. Some see us as heroes, others as a new threat. Olivia felt the weight of this revelation. Earth was no longer alone, no longer isolated. The planet had announced itself to the galactic community in the most dramatic way possible. What do we do now, she asked. We prepare. Admiral Carter said, the Zendari will return eventually, and they will not underestimate us again. But we will have allies too. The message you received suggests that, Patricia nodded. We are establishing a new division. Earth, Diplomatic Corps. We need representatives to meet with potential allies, learn about galactic politics, understand our new place in the universe, and we need to understand the technology. Samantha added. The Guardians left more than just the Sunspear. We found references in the device to other artifacts hidden across the galaxy. The four women looked at Olivia expectantly. You want me to find them? Olivia guessed. Admiral Carter smiled. The Defiant is being repaired and upgraded. We are adding new systems based on what we learned from the Zendari debris. It will be ready in 1 month. You and your crew have a new mission. Exploration, Olivia said. Carter nodded. But also protection. Earth needs to find these artifacts before the Zendari, or anyone else does. We need to understand our new role in the galaxy. Olivia thought about her crew. They had faced impossible odds and survived. They had fired one shot that changed everything. They deserved to rest, but she knew they would follow her, again, into the unknown. I accept the mission, she said as she left the meeting. Olivia looked up at the night sky. Stars shone brightly, each one possibly home to civilizations, friends or enemies. The galaxy had noticed Earth. The test was passed. The real challenges were just beginning. 1 month after the battle with the Zendari, the UES Defiant emerged from Earth space dock. The ship looked different, stronger. Faster new technology gleamed on its hull, some reversed engineered from Zendari debris, other systems developed by Earth. Scientists inspired by what they had seen. Commander Olivia Moore stood on the bridge. Her uniform now carried a new insignia, the Earth Exploration Corps. A division created after first contact. She looked at her crew, familiar faces who had faced death with her and emerged victorious. Maya Bell monitored communications, Carol Stone handled tactical systems, Tanya Hart officially rejoined as navigation specialist, and Samantha Wells now held the position of science director. Her knowledge of Guardian technology made her irreplaceable. Admiral Carter appeared on the main screen, her face serious yet hopeful. The Defiant has new orders, she said. We have detected a signal similar to the Sunspear energy signature. It comes from a star system, 20 light-years from Earth. We believe it may be another Guardian artifact. Olivia nodded. We will find it, Carter continued. The ship has been equipped with our first faster-than-light engine reverse-engineered from Zendari technology. It's untested, but our scientists believe it will work. This mission is voluntary. Your crew can decline. Olivia looked around the bridge. No one moved. No one spoke up. They were all in this together. We accept the mission, she said. Carter smiled. Good luck, Commander. Earth is counting on you. The screen went dark. Olivia took her command chair. The crew waited for her orders. She thought about everything that had happened. The aliens that mocked humanity. The weapon that saved them. The mysterious message from beyond. The test that changed everything. Engine room status. She asked Chief Engineer Kelly Davis, responded, All systems ready, Commander. The new FTL drive is online. Power level stable. Navigation. Olivia turned to Tanya. Course plotted to target system. Tanya. Confirmed 20 light-years at maximum speed should take approximately 6 days. Olivia took a deep breath. Set course. Maximum speed. The Defiant turned away from Earth. Its new engines glowed with power, unlike anything humans had built before. The Stars seemed to stretch as the ship accelerated. Then with a flash of light it was gone. Earth watched as their first true starship vanished into the depths of space. 6 days later, the Defiant emerged in an unknown system. The crew had spent the journey studying everything they knew about the Guardians and the Zendari, preparing for whatever they might find. Scan the system, Olivia ordered. Maya worked her console carefully. The readings are strange. Commander multiple planets, but one stands out. Third from the star. It has an artificial structure and orbit on screen, Olivia said. The main display showed a planet similar to Earth but with more water, less land. The artificial structure looked like a ring perfectly circular surrounded by smaller objects, life signs. Carol asked. Maya shook her head. No active technology readings, no power signatures. The ring appears dormant, like the sun spear. When we found it, Olivia made her decision. Take us closer. Standard approach pattern, shields up, the Defiant, moved toward the mysterious ring. As they approached, they saw it was massive, much larger than any Zendari vessel, almost as big as Earth's. Moon Samantha studied the readings. This is definitely Guardian technology. She confirmed. The energy signature matches the sun spear. But this is much more powerful. What does it do? Olivia asked. Samantha shook her head. I'm not sure. Yet it needs to be activated somehow. The Defiant took position near the ring. The massive structure seemed to sense their presence. Lights flickered along its surface. Power readings increased. It's activating, Maya reported. Everyone tensed, ready for anything. The ring began to spin slowly at first, then faster. Energy built up in its center. Suddenly, space itself seemed to tear open. Within the ring, a swirling portal appeared, showing stars and systems beyond. Where it led, no one knew. We are receiving a transmission, Maya said. Her voice filled with awe. Put it through, Olivia ordered. The voice that came was the same one they had heard after the battle with the Zendari. The melodic tones of the unknown aliens. The first gate is open, the voice said. You have found the path. The Guardians left before the Zendari rose to power. They scattered their knowledge across the stars only. Those worthy may follow. Continue your journey. Earn your place. The transmission ended. The portal within the ring continued to spin, showing glimpses of worlds beyond. Samantha looked at her instruments. It's stable, she said. The portal leads to another system over 100 light-years away. It would take us months to reach it with our FTL drive. Olivia understood what they had found. A network. A way to travel between stars instantly. The Guardians had created it long ago. The Zendari had been searching for it, destroying any civilization that might discover it first. Olivia opened a channel to Earth. It would take 20 years for a normal signal to reach home, but the Defiant carried a quantum communication device. Another gift from studying. The Guardian's technology. Admiral Carter appeared on screen. Her expression changed from neutral to amazed as Olivia explained what they found. A gate network, Carter said. This changes everything. We could explore the galaxy, reach other civilizations, forge alliances, or bring threats to our doorstep. Olivia cautioned. We need to be careful. Carter nodded. You have new orders, Commander. Take the Defiant through the portal, see where it leads. Establish contact with friendly species. Learn what you can. About the Guardians and the Zendari. Return in 6 months to report. Olivia acknowledged the orders. The mission had just become much bigger than finding a single artifact. They were now truly explorers. After the transmission ended, Olivia addressed her crew. We stand at the edge of a new frontier, she said. What we do next will affect Earth for generations. The Zendari mocked us. They called us primitive. They thought one shot would be enough to defeat us. They were wrong. We fired once and changed everything. The crew listened, their faces showing determination and pride. Our ancestors looked up at the stars and dreamed of reaching them. Olivia continued. Now we will go further than they ever imagined. We will find the Guardians, learn their secrets, And make sure the Zendari never threaten Earth again. Tanya spoke from her station where to Commander. Olivia pointed at the swirling portal. Through there. See what's on the other side. The Defiant moved forward, slowly approaching the gate. The massive ship seemed tiny next to the ancient structure. Energy washed over them as they reached the threshold. The ship entered the portal. Stars stretched around them, space folded in impossible ways. For a moment they existed in two places at once. Then, with a flash, they emerged. A new star system appeared before them. Planets unlike any they had seen, strange formations in space, signs of artificial structures, and in the distance another ring, another gate leading somewhere else. Maya checked her instruments. Commander, we're receiving transmissions. Multiple sources, multiple species. It's a hub. A meeting place. Olivia stood from her chair. The view filled her with wonder. This was why humans looked to the stars. This moment discovering they were not alone. In the vastness of SpaceSet's standard orbit, she ordered, and open communications. Let them know Earth has arrived. The Defiant moved into the system. Its presence noted by the civilizations that gathered there. Some curious, some cautious. All watching, to see what these newcomers would do. These humans who had defeated the Zendari. These primitives who fired once and changed the galaxy. In her private log that night, Olivia recorded. Today we learned something the Zendari didn't understand. It's not the technology that makes a species advanced, it's how much they are willing to risk on a single desperate chance. Humans have always been good at taking chances. Now we take the greatest chance of all. We step into the galactic community, not as servants, not as victims, but as equals. The Guardians saw our potential. Now we must prove them right. As Olivia closed her log, Earth seemed very far away, but the mission ahead filled her with purpose. The Zendari were still out there, wounded but dangerous. The Guardians remained a mystery. Their technology scattered across the stars waiting to be found, and humanity had just taken its first true steps into a larger universe. The test was passed. The journey had just begun.